is a glimpse into my life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So, this is the most least dramatic episode of Life with Eric ever.
Right. Podcasting 2 days in a row because we have to not put out our last episode.
Because we recorded the most dramatic episode ever, but we're not sure if we can use it yet.
We got to go through ABC's
Lawyers.
NDA. Yeah, lawyers and NDA. But hopefully we'll get it up.
Hopefully, we think at least we'll get part of it or we can re-record some of it.
Yesterday we interviewed the Golden Bachelorette runner-up Guy and had a great podcast.
It was a great interview podcast.
A lot of in-depth stuff that we learned and everybody learned, and it was really good. I think everything will be fine.
Everybody didn't learn because they haven't heard it, and hopefully they will.
That's true. But anyway, he's got to run it through their lawyers or whatever and see if everything is okay.
He doesn't want to be fined or break his NDA.
Right, which I get. And he was a cool guy. We got along with him really well. And,
yeah, it was awesome.
Super good guy. Super good guy. Right?
That guy is great. That
right.
guy.
And so, anyway, we're doing another podcast here to take its place.
Hopefully
we're going to put it up in the next week or two. We don't really know. It's Thanksgiving week, so who knows?
Right. I don't know if they'll get back to us before then.
Right. But anyway, we got it in the bank, in the books or whatever. And if something is wrong with it or whatever, then he told us we're probably going to end up redoing it.
Yeah,
somehow.
He said he can re-record, or if we'll just hopefully be able to edit some parts out if need be.
Yeah. It was a good experience by us because it was nice getting someone off a network TV show and that kind of thing.
Right. It's like our first big time guest.
Maybe if I ever get on a network TV show, you can interview me, Keeks.
Oh, I do that every day.
We just saw me.
And you don't answer me.
We just saw me on Netflix. Do you remember?
Yeah, you didn't even see yourself. I had pointed it out, and I had to rewind 3 times.
Who's that chubby guy in the sweater?
No, you didn't look chubby.
I don't know what I look like. I couldn't even see myself, really.
Who's that guy with the big neck in the sweater? That's what I said.
What's that show called? Oh, Man on the Inside.
A Man on the Inside, which I recommend everybody watch, not just to see Eric walking in the background.
Right.
But because it's actually really, really funny.
It stars Ted Danson.
Yeah.
Who, when I shot that, I did meet during those scenes, and he's a nice guy.
Yeah. I laugh multiple times an episode.
Yeah, we got to finish watching. Maybe we'll finish.
Yeah, Yellowstone's
tonight.
on tonight.
Yellowstone.
Yes.
We love that show.
I think most of America does.
I think my favorite actress of all time is Beth or Kelly, whatever her name is in Yellowstone.
I can't remember her last
She's my
name
favorite. I mean, I don't know anybody better than her.
She's amazing. And she's also British. I don't know if you knew that.
I did. I saw the interview with her, and I was like, huh? I thought she was acting there.
You don't even get a hint of an accent. And sometimes they slip up certain words.
Yeah.
Hers, nope.
And you think she's acting when she's doing the accent, when she has a real voice, because you're like, this can't be real. But anyway, I could just watch her all day long. She's
a good actress. Very talented. Oh my God, talented.
Talented, yes. So what happens when you do podcast 2 days in a row? You can't freaking talk.
I don't really think that's it, but okay.
Well, when we were doing the thing with the guy here, we did an hour and 6-minute podcast, and then we also talked for a while, and then beforehand
I had some
off the
record questions I wanted answered, which he was nice enough to answer for me that I cannot say on this podcast.
Right. But that was exciting. That was very exciting. And only people know he was going to be on was our family, so we didn't tell anybody else.
We did not. So maybe,
now
we're telling everybody, but he's not on. But we did have a nice interview.
He may never be on, but I think he'll be back on, or we will get that one out. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, this week, actually, the day after this one airs is Thanksgiving Day.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, dear.
Thank you.
We have a quiet Thanksgiving,
This is a very quiet year for us.
I get sad about that, You may not, but I do.
Oh, I don't.
I do.
Because we
don't have to do the work. I get sad because my kids are they all have significant others. One lives in Oahu, and I don't get to see him this year.
Right. The times are changing for you as a parent.
But you just have to roll with it. Next year we're gonna have the big one, so you're gonna die again, dear.
I like how you just decide we're having the big one next
year. We are.
Year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want my kids all together. I want
them all together. What if they are again not here?
No, they will be.
How do you know?
Because I start working on it. I said no. Wow. Next year you have. I already said you have to be here.
I doubt Skylar can be here.
Yep.
She's gonna be here for Thanksgiving and then Christmas. You got to pick a holiday.
I don't know. We're gonna try to do it. Maybe we'll go to Hawaii. All of us go to Hawaii and do Thanksgiving with her. But it's gonna happen. That's all I can tell you.
I think your family likes when I do Thanksgiving.
They do. Kylie does the best Thanksgiving ever, but it's a lot of work.
I go above and beyond. I got problems.
It's a lot of work. The table always looks beautiful.
I'm already trying to think of
good.
Christmas. I'm making my list. What do I need?
Right. Kiley's the ultimate homemaker.
Ugh.
An ultimate dinner provider.
I know. I overcook. Yeah.
Right.
I always have too much food, too many appetizers.
One thing I'm excited about is I went to Costco and bought a pumpkin pie.
Right.
Massive pumpkin pie.
That's your favorite part of Thanksgiving.
I do like that.
Like I want to say last year, my parents made a dessert, and then I think Tanner made a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, I believe so.
So you didn't get your Costco pumpkin pie.
No. Tanner's pumpkin pie was good,
but
I do like Costco pumpkin pie.
Were you sad
I like to
about
get
it?
one beforehand, just have it. But,
okay.
We'll see.
You just sit there and eat a pumpkin pie whilst watching football?
I bought the pumpkin pie, and then you buy a 3-pack of whipped cream, which is
sadly
fantastic.
will probably be gone by New Year's.
Yeah, because the kids all go after that.
I like how you
time.
blame the kids.
Right.
And
I'm just saying before the podcast, I got to lose like 10 pounds. And
right.
We're talking about
as you're
this.
like squirting whipped cream in your mouth.
Right.
Do you ever put it on your holiday nog?
I should.
Oh,
It'd
just
be
asking.
good.
Your almond milk holiday nog.
Oh, it's the best, man. I drink it out of a little baby cup, too.
I know you do.
I sip it out of a little baby cup.
Do you ever drink multiple cups at a time?
When I do the little baby cups, I drink like 5.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I don't drink 1.
Why can't you just put it in bigger cups?
Because I like to sip it out of the little baby cup. I don't know why. I leave my
Okay.
finger up like that.
Okay, jokes.
Now, when you were a kid and did Thanksgiving, what
Right.
what did you guys? I bet you didn't do anything close to what we did as a family Thanksgiving.
I mean, so what we would do
You tell me what you do, and I'll tell you what we did.
We would go to my grandparents, my mom's side of the family, for breakfast.
Donuts.
No, we would do cook egg casseroles and stuff. You kind of came in the later years, so my grandpa didn't want to make that.
Make it easier, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it.
So we would do breakfast, a whole thing, and then at night we'd go to Nunny's house, my dad's side, and it's funny because she's Italian, so we'd have turkey, but we'd also have raviolis.
Right.
So it was kind of like a combination of food.
Whose house did you enjoy better?
Well, it was always a little bit funner.
Be truthful, because
I will. A little bit funner at my grandma and grandparents' house because my cousins are younger than my age, and so that was fun. But the food's always real good at Nunny's. So, but it was a little more
I've been to Nunny's. It's pretty bad.
A little more prim and proper, and
it's pretty boring.
Not
I've been to Nunny's
as fun, if you will.
Pretty boring.
But the food was good, right? Well, you got the later years of that. Maybe it wasn't.
I think I had some kind of gunshot pellets in my food. We were eating something
No, not for Thanksgiving.
Or whatever. Oh, maybe that was Christmas. Yeah.
That was something else. Yeah.
I don't know. When Nunny was getting a little older. We used to get together with my cousins, Davey and Ryan and Aunt Paula and everything. Right. Sometimes we go to Half Moon Bay, or they would all come here.
Oh,
okay. And we'd all, a huge family thing. And all us kids used to get together, and we used to start in the morning and write a whole play.
Oh.
And then we used to do it in the garage, and we'd have raising curtains and everything. And we would set designs, and we'd include all the kids, and then we would fight and argue and then do the play. And then after dinner, all the parents would be pretty drunk, and they would come into the garage, and we'd have it all seated up, and we'd do the whole play.
Okay.
And, man, we used to have so much fun.
All right.
One of our plays was called Boner and the Cheese Puff.
Okay.
And we used to have music.
How old were you when you created that
Boner
play?
and the Cheese Puff, I was probably 14.
And that's the problem right there.
14. We had all the little kids in the play.
And nobody seemed to care that you had 4-year-olds running around that you were calling Boner and a Cheese Plate.
Nope. Boner and the Cheese Puff, by the way.
Excuse me, Cheese Puff.
We had all different kinds of plays, and we would do songs. And actually...
Were any of them appropriate?
Actually, I was probably 14 or 15 when we did that play. But we used to do them
I'm amazed you're not in jail for being a sex offender at this point.
Why?
You created a play called Boner and a Cheese Puff.
I know. Isn't that crazy? And the parents laughed about it. They loved it. I forgot about that.
It's
Do
not
you know
normal.
who the lead of the play was? Ryan Crump was.
Oh, he was the kid with the boner and a cheese puff?
He was the boner, I guess. You can ask him about it. I don't know.
Okay.
But we always had music, and Matt was always in there. Matt remembers this. Matt was very talented, so he was always.
Matt probably doesn't want to be associated with that play.
Matt will remember. When Matt listens to this podcast, he'll know Boner and the Cheese Puff. And know how I know Matt listens to the podcast?
Why?
Because last week when we were talking about that commercial, I want to wash that gray right out of your hair. He sent me the clip, so he was listening to it.
That's funny. I know.
So he does listen. Matt, you listen.
We know he listens.
I know, but my mom says he doesn't listen to everyone, but I think he does.
I think your mom just says that to knock you off the ledge a little.
Matt is our best listener.
Make sure your head doesn't get too big.
Matt is my favorite listener.
Oh, okay.
One time, my granddad, we were at Thanksgiving, and we're all sitting there, and basically we say like grace or a little prayer, then everybody goes around the table and says what they're thankful for.
Right. I hate that.
So it gets to, why?
I don't like
Why do you hate that?
I don't like being put on the spot.
Just say something.
I know. I don't like it though. But anyway.
That's nice. Everybody, it's good for the little kids to do and stuff, I think.
Well,
and so
let the kids do it then.
So anyway, yeah, because you're not grateful for anything.
That is not true.
Well, I don't know. Just say something you're grateful for, and it's done. You don't have to not like it.
Wow.
Anyway.
So you want me to lie on Thanksgiving?
It gets to my granddad, and he just looks at everybody, and his face goes right into the mashed potatoes, passed out drunk.
Oh, okay, great.
And everybody starts screaming.
Well, right.
It's like someone died. And they pick him up. He has mashed potatoes all over his face, and then we had to put him to bed.
Oh, okay.
And then after that,
you have some. You're making your Thanksgiving sound a little, and your family a little dysfunctional.
Oh yeah, everybody gets hammered. Okay. Everybody's drunk and having fun.
I'm not going to say that doesn't happen in
one of the best parts about Thanksgiving was the day after Thanksgiving. We used to, as younger kids, we'd stay home and all the parents would go out and party. And as we got a little older, we would go out. You know, we were like 18 or 19 or whatever.
Like Friday night.
Friday night, we go out. They all go out to dinner.
Oh,
because they had Thanksgiving, they all go out to dinner and stay out real late.
Oh,
and either get babysitters or we would babysit. Or when we got old enough, when we were about 18 or 19, we used to go out with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When I was younger, we used to just go out and party with our parents.
Right.
When I was like 19. We weren't even old enough to drink. And we'd go out.
Okay.
And get drinks and everything.
Yeah, we had very different childhoods.
Yeah. Once you're 18 in our family, you just go out with the parents and party.
Right.
And you can just go to the kitchen, mix a drink, whatever you wanted. And no one said nothing.
Right.
It was expected, actually, I think.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, that's just what we did in our family, and I think that's the way my parents' style was when they were younger, and that's the way we were.
That's called generational alcoholism.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, it was, and not to say everybody's an alcoholic, but that's what we used to do, and so that's just how it works. So maybe we're always just partying. We just had a party house. My grandparents, when my mom and dad got married.
Which grandparents is this?
My dad's parents, the Polish side.
Okay.
So when they got married, they had the whole family come to their house. They had the wedding and reception. My parents went to Palm Springs for 2 days for their honeymoon.
Right.
When they got back, they were still partying at the house.
Jesus Christ.
2 or 3 for 3 days straight.
That's insane.
My mom says people were just laying around. They were still there. They were making food, and everybody was partying still. And they're like, "Hey, you're back!" And all tons of family was still there. They were there for like a week. But that's how
you came into town for the wedding, I guess.
Yeah, and that's how they kind of do it in India. They party for like a week.
Well, it's become like not this. Weddings have changed. Even like in the last decade, weddings have changed.
Why? Well, Indians a different story.
Well, no, I meant in like America.
Yeah, I mean, if you had in the old days, if a Mexican married like an Irishman, the church is burning down.
Right.
This place they're partying. It's going crazy.
But it wasn't. Yeah, it was like not. You weren't like renting a hall for $15,000 and like.
They mostly had it in their backyards.
Right. It wasn't as big of a.
My parents' reception was in their parents' backyard. They went to the church. They went to their backyard.
I think my parents was at. Like the church or something. I don't know.
Oh, like the church reception hall
maybe.
Or something?
And it wasn't like a dinner. It was like appetizers and drinks and like a meet and greet. And like then it was like you left on your honeymoon.
They didn't have a DJ?
I don't know.
And dancing?
I don't know.
You don't know if your parents had dancing?
I don't remember. I feel like I've asked, but it wasn't like.
How did they not have dancing? Like a first dance?
Oh, yeah. They had. Yeah.
They had to have. Well, maybe they didn't have everybody dancing, but a
right.
first
But
dance.
it wasn't like this big, huge party like we have now.
Right.
Like it was kind of like you hit the marks, you cut the cake, you throw the bouquet, and you leave.
It was a couple-hour thing.
Yeah.
It's not like a 6-7 hour
sit down dinner
deal.
And we do this. And we
$40,000 later.
Yeah,
$50,000
it was not
later.
like that.
Right. Well.
And your parents probably was like that too.
The reception probably wasn't.
Yeah.
Everybody stayed late and kept partying.
Right. They maybe had the families down, so the family was
we'll have to ask them about
there.
that. Next time we get my mom on the podcast.
I'll have to ask my mom
and my dad,
exactly what they did.
We'll have to ask them exactly what they did. And I think they used to come after the wedding, before they went to the honeymoon, they used to come back and open all the presents in front of people.
Oh.
Like the next day. I think something weird like that. Like, you know how nowadays they have baby showers and stuff?
Right.
The woman used to sit there and open the presents in front of all the girls.
I'm actually really glad they
now
don't
I
do
think
that
they don't
anymore.
do that anymore. They wait until later.
They do, because it's a pain.
Because other people are like, okay.
Well, and a lot of times now, too, this day and age, this all times kind of a changing, is a lot of baby showers are at like an event center. Like, we rented a room in a restaurant or they're usually not at like a house anymore.
You had your sisters at your house. Oh, yeah,
I did.
Your mom's house.
And I had Kelly's too, but
Right.
So sometimes I think it's just there, and there's so many people that it's just like we could be here for 2 hours opening presents. Like
Right.
nobody really wants to do it. The mom doesn't do that, or the bride.
Kind of takes some time for games and whatever stuff like that.
You'll get a text or thank you for it, and that's or a picture. That's kind of a thing now too, which is kind of handy.
What do you mean a picture?
Like you could take a picture of like the baby in the outfit that you sent them. Like, thank you, we love it.
Oh, stupid.
Well, that's what happens. Or look, thank you for my plates. Here's my dinner on it.
If these two ever got married, it'd be a huge party.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National.
Great American Storage.
America.
And Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs. Wait, they are married and they have a small little wedding.
We had a small wedding, but a big party.
Oh, I missed that party. Yeah,
oh, yeah, you were. Yeah.
I passed out drunk on that party. That takes you back to the
look
generational alcoholism.
Look at this circle.
No wonder that happened. Yeah. Surprising. At least my granddad just passed out in the potatoes. I passed out all night long and barfed in the toilet.
At least you made it to the toilet.
Well, my grandpa did barf. He just
At least you made it to the toilet and then the bed. Yeah. It was so funny, though, because after that, you were so, like, you thought I was going to be so mad at you.
Well, I kind of wrecked our reception.
And I didn't. I had fun.
Right, you still had fun.
But you were, like, very nice to me.
Well, why wouldn't I be?
Right,
I felt like I ruined the party.
You didn't.
In my mind, I ruined it for me.
Oh, yeah, you did that.
I actually felt like guilty for that for like a year. I was like, I couldn't get over it. That's why we had to have another party for me to get rid of the guilt.
I called it that night, too. I said, we're going to do this again because you missed it.
And we did. We did the same party 2 years in a row.
Fine.
I don't care. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't as fun for everybody. Maybe it was, but when you do it 2 times in a row.
Right.
But
Take two.
We did it, though.
People do, like, are you going to do that party again?
I know. It's like, no. We did 2 years in a row.
That's a lot.
It was a lot of money and a lot of work.
Yeah.
Still worth it. I'm glad we redid it because I was like,
you felt better.
It took me a year to get rid of all the guilt of missing my own wedding reception. Basically,
I know. I mean,
it happens.
You can call it a reception.
Yeah, but I'm known for that. Everybody seems to remind me of that.
Oh,
everybody who came to the fucking party
that
reminds me of that.
Weirdly is like your thing now.
I know. That's what I'm reminded of.
Of all things,
I do all this stuff.
And that's what you get.
Successful businessman, podcast host, actor. What else am I? Financial coach.
Yes.
Father of 3.
Yeah.
But the thing we most remember you for was leaning over the toilet during your wedding reception.
Missing your wedding party.
Right, missing your wedding party. That's depressing, man.
Yeah, it's all right. It's over and done now. It's been 4 years.
5 years, January.
I know, but our reception was 4 years ago. Our party, because you didn't do it till August.
Right. Why am I doing my lips like that?
I don't know. You're hanging out with your mom too much.
Just like my mom. My mom, I said, hey, when Guy's over here, come by the podcast.
I know, she was so nervous.
She was like, oh, I'm nervous. I don't want to meet him.
She didn't want to meet him.
Yeah.
She was so nervous.
Yeah, and then at the end, we were just talking. He's like, oh, your mom, FaceTime your mom.
Yes,
why don't we? So we FaceTime her, and she's like.
I didn't see her face.
She was just like yelling at the dog. Quiet. Oh, hi. Oh. Yeah. She didn't know what to say. Why are you doing that?
She's a little starstruck.
I was never going to FaceTime her. He wanted to FaceTime her.
He did want to FaceTime her.
He was all excited to FaceTime her, so that was pretty good. She was babysitting Nora Jones.
She did. You kicked Nora out.
Yeah.
Poor Nora. And so she destroyed your parents' house.
Right. My mom and dad need to drink a couple bottles of this.
They requested that at the pickup.
Not Juicy Tits vodka, but actually, Guy wants a bottle of Juicy Tits vodka.
I know, we forgot to give him one.
I know, I'll give one. We're going to hopefully see him back here. We'll see. Anyway, here we go. Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to JuicyTitsVodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party.
I know, I can't believe we forgot to give him a bottle of that.
I know. He left and I said that.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If you saw parked in a parking lot this cute little Subaru and hanging from the rearview mirror was a cluster of seashells, who do you think drives that car?
I would say a young, 19, 20-year-old girl.
Do you at any point think that is a 54-year-old straight man?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
Just asking.
It reminds me of Skylar, so I like it.
Maybe you shouldn't leave it hanging there.
What's
though.
wrong with that?
Maybe
I like
just
it.
Put it down.
Nora Jones butts her head on every second. What matters? Who cares what kind of car I drive?
I don't care. It's not the car. It's the seashells.
What's wrong with seashells?
It's just a little feminine.
Seashells are feminine. Feminine.
You can't say that word. Feminine.
Okay, so you're saying seashells are that?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. Everybody has their own thing, and that's mine.
Okay.
But you want me to take them down?
A little bit.
Why? What do you want me to put on there? Nothing?
Nothing.
I think I always have something hanging there, don't I?
You don't. No.
In my truck, I have a St. Christopher.
Only because your mom bought it for you, or you found it like a year ago. Other than that, you've never had anything hanging there. Besides the things so you can get into Marta's camp. That's what you have hanging there.
Oh, yeah. I have a construction pass, they're called, by the way. Construction passes.
That's normally what you have.
I don't have them there.
So we went from construction passes to seashells.
When my mom pulls up to me at breakfast, she rolls down her window and she goes, "God, you look so gay."
Well, do you blame her?
And I look at her and I go, "You have no neck."
Right.
And then we roll up the window and go to breakfast.
Right.
We yell at each other through the cars.
You both have points.
Right.
Right.
My mom should have been a football player.
And apparently you should have
been gay.
Gay.
I should have been a woman, and my mom should have been a football player. Perfect. Do you know what they have now?
I don't.
From what I'm...
What is this soft voice? Do you know what
I must be talking about my mother. You know what they have now?
What do they have now?
I guess Tesla is making or has robots.
Oh, I saw that. Kim Kardashian, is dating one or something. Yeah.
Dating one?
Yeah.
How do you date a robot?
I mean, you don't.
She just bought a robot.
She's hanging out with it and thinks it's great. And is I don't need a man. I have my robot to hang out with.
Yeah, I'd rather hang out with a robot
after Kanye, I would also
I'd rather hang out with a robot than Kanye West. A lot slimmer
Right.
than Kanye, first of all.
Okay.
Second of all, not as wacko.
Why are you judging his dad bod?
I don't know. I like Kanye. Gross. I like his music, though.
Okay.
I like a lot of his music. Doesn't mean I have to hang out with a guy or look at him.
Right.
But anyway, yes, these robots, they can actually pick up a little penny off a table. Let's say that's how precise they can be.
Nice. I would like a cleaning robot.
Yeah, I mean it's going to come to that.
I'm
how
okay
much
with that.
How much these cost? I wonder, 30, 40 grand, 50 grand.
I just think of the
but
maintenance on those things. They got to glitch all the time.
I don't know if they glitch or whatever. It's probably just a computer.
I mean, Netflix can't even not glitch. How is this robot not
but
going to?
Just think, if you had a robot, it would just clean the house.
I know.
While you're asleep.
Oh,
whatever.
That creeps me out.
Well, I mean, I know it just would. I mean, you just get used to it.
I would be just do it during the day.
Or during the day or whatever.
Yeah.
If we get kind of creepy, if thing's on its charger, you think it just comes off its charger and starts working.
Walking around.
Yeah.
I think staring at you in the bedroom. Okay, I don't want a robot anymore.
I think for construction, it'd be great.
I don't want a robot.
Because you have to worry about being late. They work extra hours. They can work all night long. And the robots will just work. Pretty soon you're going to see them in construction sites. Because why wouldn't you? If you're digging a trench, laying pavers, setting brick, whatever.
There's no, they don't complain.
Yeah.
They can't get hurt.
Yeah. And you're doing, what you're doing concrete, you're doing miles and miles of curb and gutter. You just do it all night long.
That's true. They can work until they die.
You have one guy just watching over the robots, and the robot's just working.
It's probably going to happen.
Oh, it's totally going to happen.
I know, because humans are getting.
And why do you need flag guys?
Getting
flag
lazy.
men and women.
Right, there's no saves. Run over a robot.
Tired.
Who cares?
They don't need a 10-minute break. They don't need lunch.
No, and you could run them over, and you're not going to kill them.
Right.
Take them down.
Yeah, I mean, you might get charged by the construction company or something.
Oh, you will, because they're going to have cameras on them, so they're going to catch the whole thing on camera.
They'll have cameras. They'll have everything.
So they'll find you.
You go, fuck you to the robot.
Right.
They care. They don't care.
They don't care.
Go ahead, do whatever you want.
Yeah, It's going to happen.
It's going to change the world.
Oh, for sure. Because if you think about it, humans are becoming lazier and they want more money for doing less. Mm-hmm. And so employees or employers are already getting pissed.
Like a guy that has a window washing company.
Right.
Let's say a guy has a window washing company. So he says he invests, let's just say these robots are 100 grand each, 80 grand each, let's say, or whatever. So you buy 2 of these robots and you just manage the robots. They go and wash all the windows in and out of the house. You kind of watch them and manage them.
Yeah.
Sit on a chair for all you matter and just manage them. You can watch them on you watch them on a little computer screen and make sure they're doing their work or whatever. And you invest in these, you have you still have liability insurance in case something happens, but you have no workman's comp.
No.
Because why do you need workman's comp when they don't get hurt?
Right.
You might need some kind of insurance in case they break down.
But that'd be with, I guess, the company.
It's like
auto
warranty. It's like auto
insurance
deal
thing.
Yeah. Auto insurance or whatever.
Well, they have. I'm
Just
sure.
Think about that.
I mean, I think of like some of our machines at work. Then they have like a. It's not like a warranty, but it's like a maintenance fee that you pay every month.
Well, these things will be rebooted.
Fix anything that
these things will be rebooted, like your cell phones or Tesla or cars or whatever. So
you're probably paying a maintenance fee.
Yeah, and you get upgraded ones and everything else too, and they can work harder and faster than a human.
Right.
They don't have emotions or anything, so that's why I still think you need a human to run them.
They don't have kids; they need to get off early.
No. That's what I'm saying. You could, if you're laying pavers, say you're doing 1 million square feet, like a airport or something like that. You just run them all night long.
But then you have to trust that they're not going to fuck it up all night.
You have 3 or 4 shifts of people that watch the robots.
They have to pay that person overnight.
One person instead of giant crews.
Valid point.
Instead of paying thousands of dollars an hour, you're paying one guy.
Well, it sounds like you're restarting your business with robots.
I was thinking that. I'm like, oh my God, I would love these robots. Not dealing with my guys coming to work and everything and just have these robots work. You want to shut it down? You shut it down. No complaints, nothing. You want everybody to be off for a week? You don't pay them.
They don't talk behind your back.
They don't talk behind your back. They
don't pee in the bush. The neighbor the owner gets mad.
Right. They don't need a sauna hut.
Right.
Because they don't fucking piss.
Right.
You don't go to a sauna hut and go on their cell phone for 8 hours.
Oh, so true.
I mean, like my guys used to go in the sauna hut,
going to the bathroom,
and I mean, they're sitting in shit air.
Oh, I know.
And they're just looking at Tinder or whatever Match.com, whatever they are, whatever you.
Why would you choose to sit in there? Like, I don't even care.
No, it's better than working.
You want a break? I would.
They thought it was better than working to sit in there and just sit in the
shit air.
Yeah, right.
And that's like a muggy hot box of shit.
And pretty soon they might be like La Mechanica and be a hot chick.
What's La Mechanica?
Your chick does everything.
What is it?
I don't know. La Machina?
No, we say it wrong every time.
La Machina.
Machina.
Whatever. But anyway, yeah, you could have, and when you get sick of her, you just turn her off.
Are you going to replace me with a robot?
I think every guy will replace a girl with a robot.
Ew.
I mean, yeah, they just tell you compliments all day.
Oh.
But then when they turn on you, watch out.
Right.
All robots turn on you, and they
That's
start.
What they say.
They said they start developing a personality.
Yes.
And they have almost like feelings or get spiteful or whatever else. Do they develop that?
Like if you yell at them, they know that's
bad.
Anger.
Yeah. So that's kind of scary.
That is scary. Could you imagine? All I picture is waking up with a robot standing over me in the middle of the night.
Right. And you wake up and it just like smashed you in the face.
Right. I'm choking.
Or just snaps your leg in half.
Right. Lovely.
Because they have so much power. And you're like, why did
Okay, cool.
It just came in here and broke my arm and walked out.
Right. Just killed my
dog. And
it's
back to vacuuming. Yeah. The dog's dead and it's back to vacuuming. No big deal.
Pissed me off. Bit my leg.
Yeah.
Like snapped its neck.
Yeah. It came in, snapped the dog's neck, goes out and cleans the garage.
You'd probably like that.
Seriously, I didn't tell the robot to do it.
You're right. You claim
it was an accident.
Nora is annoying, but you...
Nora is annoying.
Love Nora.
God.
You also informed me that about every day you guys take a nap together, so you don't hate her that much.
Well, everybody naps.
I don't nap.
I know, but if you
I don't nap with the dog either.
Right. I mean, the dog would be in trouble if it didn't nap with me because I don't want to roam around.
But I mean, with you, I mean, you guys share your recliner chair.
Oh, once in a while I'll fall asleep in my recliner and the dog. I'll wake up and the dog's on my chest.
Right.
In my lap. Like, oh my God.
Once in a while, you told me it happens multiple times a week.
No wonder I couldn't breathe. The dog is like squishing my chest out of me.
Hate the dog, though.
Right. Do you know what I don't hate? The way we sound.
You sound so good.
With this nasally old voice?
Yes, but it's so clean.
That's why we use Fibonacci Sound Studio, located in Reno, Nevada, led by an Emmy-nominated audio producer.
Fibonacci specializes in voiceovers and voice recordings for games, television, and film production.
So you're saying, if Fibonacci can make my nasally voice sound this good,
then anybody else's will sound like music to your ears.
For more information or to book an audio session, go to FibonacciSoundStudio.com.
Or call 775-357-8580.
So your voice sounds so good on that. My voice does sound nasally and shitty.
Well, it's just your voice. You can't control it.
I guess you can't control it. You have a good. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was
Our podcast?
No, I was listening to a different podcast, and this girl had this
annoying voice.
Oh my God, I'm dying. I was like, oh God.
It's funny when I hear my
Your voice sounds
back.
good.
I always think it sounds like higher pitched than I hear it in my own head.
To me, it always sounds high pitched.
Right. In my head, it sounds lower.
Oh.
But I hear it back. I'm like, that's me.
I know when you get nervous, your voice raises. Ooh.
I don't know if it's like a nerve. Maybe it is
It's definitely when you get nervous because if you have to make a phone call like Kylie, call the vet and change the vet appointment. You get all stressed out and you're like, hi, I'm Kylie, and just like going all over this really high voice. Since I said Kylie, speaking of names, so you know how I go on the internet sometimes lately, and I scroll
all the time
over reels and stuff. Now I do
constantly.
And I
You're
found
like a
that
teenager.
I found that one video. Well, now that I'm in the social media business, whatever.
That requires you to watch dumbass reels.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And I got I have friends now that send me reels and stuff, so I got to send them back some things. So I'm looking at the reel. Remember the reel I did with they interviewed all these girls on the beach, dad bod or six pack.
Yeah.
So is the same guy, and now he's interviewing different hot girls on the beach.
Okay, asking them what?
And he asked him this. So the first girl comes up and he asks them, what's the worst name you can think of for a guy? And so the girl's like, let me think. She goes, I think Eric.
Stop it.
And Derrick. And I was like, that's the worst fucking name you can think of.
I would disagree with that.
I was actually shocked.
I know. Eric and Derrick.
Right. I'm waiting for her to say,
and they rhyme.
I'm waiting for her to say a name like, Ari or something. Like, I don't even know.
Maybe she had an ex-boyfriend named Eric. So it was like.
She goes, Eric or Derrick. I'm like, what's wrong with either of those names? The next you're going to say Rick. And then I was like, I go, the worst name ever that I can think of for a guy is Damien. I don't like that name, Damien.
You like Damien?
Nope. It was that singer Damien, right? I don't like that name, Damien.
Oh,
I don't really.
This guy.
I don't mind the name Damon as much as Damien. Damon, I don't like that much either. Even though, sorry, Damon, if you're listening, this guy from high school always listens. Sorry, buddy.
I hate your name.
I like your name.
I like you, but I hate your name.
I'm just glad your name's not. I'm just glad your name's not Damien.
Oh, okay.
But that's a name I don't like. If you had what's the worst guy name you could think of?
I don't know.
You don't have one?
I don't think I've ever really thought. I know you do. I know your least favorite woman's name, girl's name.
What is it?
Wendy.
That's number 2, actually.
Oh, it's number 2?
You don't know number 1?
No, I thought it was that.
Carrie.
Oh, yeah.
I hate the name Carrie.
Carrie.
Ooh, Carrie. That's scary.
Oh, my God.
There's another name I hate, too.
What?
Gwen.
Really?
I don't like Gwen. Wendy. Sorry, we know Wendy. Sorry, some Wendy's I know.
Right.
And
it's nothing against the person.
No, and
you didn't name yourself either.
And I don't like the name Carrie.
Oh.
Because Carrie reminds me of that movie with Sissy Spacek and the blood and everything, and it scared the shit out of me.
If I have any names, I'm like, ugh.
How could you have a name you don't like?
I don't know.
Do you like a random name like David, like a regular name that you don't like, or
like
you hear a
Harry?
name?
Maybe like a Harry.
Oh, your name's Harry. You're gross.
Maybe.
Harry reminds me of a redhead, like Harry the Prince Harry. Yeah.
Maybe like a Harry.
I don't mind a redhead though.
I always like a guy named Glenn.
You like a guy named?
I don't know. I like saying the name Glenn.
Okay, so would that be your favorite guy name?
Maybe
it must
Glenn.
Be.
I've never met a Glenn.
I told you a while ago. I wish my name was something. Do you remember what I said it was?
Nope.
When I was a kid, I didn't want my name to be Eric. I wanted it to be Steve.
I think all kids go through that where they don't want their own name.
Like I want to be Steve.
What did you know a Steve?
Yeah, Steve Austin, astronaut, A Man Barely Alive. Yes, of course I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to be Steve Austin.
I didn't like my name either. I wanted to be like a Christy.
Like a Christy or how about a Mandy or something like that?
Mandy was
Did
a
you
big
really?
one.
Oh,
yep.
I just guessed that.
Yep. Me and Aislinn used to name all things Mandy.
How about Mindy?
Just a Mandy. Because we didn't like our names as kids because they were so unique.
I think a lot of girls want to be Brittany.
And that one wasn't quite as popular
Britney
yet.
Spears is kind of popular. And
it wasn't when we were kids.
Sounds like kind of a cute name, Brittany. I like that name.
But yeah, our names were so unique back then. That
you know what my favorite
we wanted
girl name
popular
is?
names.
You know what my favorite girl name is?
Summer.
You're right. I love that name.
Oh, well, why didn't you name the dog that?
I wanted to. I would have. Let's be a cuter dog. Our dog looks like a boy.
As she does.
Right. Our dog is like boring Nora Jones. That's what she is.
She's not boring.
No, but I like the name Summer. I don't know any Summers.
I do.
Oh, you
well,
do?
I mean, not anymore.
Yeah.
I had one new one in high school.
But anyway, my next kid.
You're having another kid?
Yeah, a little Cambodian kid named Summer.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Summer. But I never got it. I like Skylar, River, Tanner. I like those 3 names, but I never got Summer because I always got shot down saying the name Summer. No, I don't want it. Sounds like a stripper. I never seen a stripper named Summer.
And you would know.
I've been to some strip clubs. I've never seen a stripper named Summer.
I don't know if I've seen a stripper name. I mean, I don't think it's stripper.
You've seen a stripper named
Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond. Crystal.
Yes.
What else is a stripper name?
I don't know.
You always see Areola maybe or something like that, or Areola.
Okay. Brittany.
One thing you
don't
see Areola. Yeah, I see Brittany.
I feel like when Britney Spears was popular, maybe they fake named
like
their
Jade.
Brittany. Oh, Jade, I feel like is one.
Is a stripper name or some taboo name like
Blue Ivy.
Ivy.
Throw Beyonce in there.
Now that I think about it, I don't like that name Ivy either.
I know. Sorry, Diane.
I knew
keep wanting to name your dog this, and I don't like it.
I knew someone named Ivy before.
My fave.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
You can't even think of one.
What?
A girl name that you don't like.
Oh. No.
How come I have so many? Am I that petty? I'm just that petty?
I think you are that petty.
Oh. Maybe.
Steve.
Next time, yeah.
You want me to start calling you Steve?
I do.
When we go to restaurants and put your name in, call it Steve. Because they're going to call it Steve and you're not going to know who it is.
Steve, and I want you to look. Are they ever going to call us?
Steve, table.
I'll confuse them at Los Compadres.
They're like, I thought your name was Eric.
Yesterday was great. We went to Los Compadres after the podcast
Becoming
with
a local, a regular.
And we go in there. We sat in an oddball spot because
we sat in a booth this time instead of at the bar area.
In the front of the restaurant because it was really busy. So we put our name in. We had to wait, which we normally don't wait either. And so we were with Tanner and Allie. And next thing you know, our drinks just come up because the bartender happened to walk by and saw us. And just made our drinks. That was the greatest thing
That was
ever.
Pretty great. I know.
It was great ever. And Tanner and Allie are like, did you order? We didn't order. No.
They know our drink.
Right. They know our drink. From the back. This is coming from the back fucking room.
I'm like, how'd you know we were here?
Maybe he saw when I walked.
He did. I don't know. He said he saw us, and so he made them.
That was great. Someday we're going to go in there. We don't want to drink. They're just going to bring them. We're going to have to drink.
There was one day we didn't really want to, and he did. And then we were like, we have to have a drink.
The drinks. We have to drink them because he made them for us.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I always like living in a. I'm getting better in Reno, but living in Tahoe in a small town, I would get my. I was telling last night.
Like 5 places to go.
I would get my coffee every like 3rd, 4th time. They go, oh, take it, and I get my coffee for free.
You get nothing for free now.
Yeah, now I make my coffee. I do get it kind of for free.
Right, but.
Right. Kiley the other day said, I'm going to preset and make the coffee.
Oh, my God.
And so
I forgot about that.
The dog starts barking for some reason.
So, yeah, I preset it the night before because I'm all excited. I'm like, look, you don't have to make it on Sunday. It'll be nice and ready for us. It'll be great.
She's like, what time? I'm like, do it like 8, 8:30, and it'll be perfect.
Yeah. So Nora starts jumping up, barking, and I'm like, Nora, I can hear it. It's the coffee maker. It's fine, which should have been my cue because I normally don't really hear it. So Nora's like just freaking out, and I'm pissed at her because she won't stop barking. Well, she's a little smarter than we thought because I didn't put the top of the coffee maker down and 12 cups of water spewed everywhere.
All down the cabinets, in the floor.
Inside the cabinets. I have to empty the cabinets and let them dry out.
But I'm so stupid. I didn't notice it was open. I just went and poured my coffee. And it was like yellow water in there, kind of like because it's like I'm like
residue.
What
the
hell is this? And I look. I'm like, oh my God, I'm standing in a
puddle.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't ever pre-make the coffee.
Then you like told me I wasn't allowed to make the coffee.
You're like, I make the coffee in the morning.
And what
just
happened
let
the
me
next day?
I made the coffee and forgot to put. I was thinking so much to make sure I don't leave the top open. I didn't put any grounds in it.
The best part is that you were gonna come to me and be like, "Well, look who made the coffee today," and it was good, me.
And I didn't put any grounds in it.
And
no
then
grounds.
You didn't put the grounds in.
Here's some tinted yellow water.
So we had a bad coffee a few days, and I then now I'm like, okay, I gotta, I guess, trust Nora because she hears better than I do.
Right.
I just funny.
Knew.
The other day I was talking to you on the phone, and she started barking, and I was like, that bark is for real. Costco just pulled up.
Right.
She knew.
She can hear from far away. You said dogs can hear from like a mile away.
That's what I read.
I don't know if they really can or not, but
she can hear a lot.
I don't know. The Life of Eric podcast is brought to you by Petrolia Concrete Construction and Michael Weems Collection. You can see them on Palm Canyon Drive in Palm Springs.
Or at michaelweems.com. And you should check them out. They got some new stuff this past week.
I know.
So
some good coasters.
Yeah, some good holiday gifts.
And if you like this podcast, raise a 5, follow us, and subscribe to us. You press that copy link and share us with a friend on Apple Podcast or Spotify. And in fact, I went on Michael Weems' website because we were looking at some stuff. Yes. Maybe to buy some Christmas gifts. And he has a link to our podcast on there.
Yes, he does, which is awesome.
Not to
so
just
thanks,
our podcast,
Michael.
but to his episode.
Right.
We got to have him back on. He would love to come back.
He was a hoot.
Dude likes to talk, so he's a very easy guest.
Yes.
When we start to talk a little bit, he goes, "Oh no." And
let me tell you.
Let me tell you. And then he changed the subject, so it was really good. But anyway, dear,
I enjoy him.
Since how'd you open this thing? This is the worst podcast ever.
The least dramatic.
Oh, least dramatic podcast. It feels like we haven't told the listeners anything new about us.
I don't think so, because we weren't planning on doing this. So normally we kind of do a little like, what happened this week prep, and we're like, right. I don't know what happened.
So
this
if you don't like this podcast,
just write it off and listen to next week.
Leave us a comment or leave it the next week, or just wait till we get the Golden Bachelorette guy.
So we have a more dramatic episode.
I know, but when I listen back though, it probably won't be that bad or whatever.
We'll see.
And then I'll do you seen the Trump dance? Everybody doing it?
Yes, I have.
A couple people in the NFL got in trouble doing it. I don't know.
Oh, because they're not supposed to have a political affiliation.
But how can you just say a dance is? It's very arguable.
Right.
It doesn't matter. You can't. I think the one guy grabbed his nuts or something.
To change it up a little?
To change it up a little bit.
Are they allowed to grab their nuts?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you, David Carr from the Saints, he did a Michael Jackson thing and grabbed his nuts. Got fined $14,000. You can do the Michael Jackson dance, but you can't grab your nuts. You can't do a lewd.
It's crude and lewd.
Crude and lewd. But he was in the moment.
And his nuts itched.
Right.
I don't know.
What's that joke I told you the other day? Why do girls get up and rub their eyes in the morning?
Yes.
Because they have no balls to scratch.
I know. Which then I asked, do you scratch your balls in the morning?
The funniest thing, that was another reel. And it was like a 6-year-old boy saying it to his dad.
Okay.
That's why it was funny. He's like, "Yeah, why do girls get up and rub their eyes in the morning?" The dad's like, "I don't know." He goes, "Because they got no nuts to scratch." The dad's like, "Okay."
That'd be pretty funny coming from a 6-year-old.
Yeah, it was. And he had like a lisp and everything, you know. So he has no nuts to scratch. The dad's like, "Okay."
He's like, "That's pretty good, son."
That's what you teach your kid.
Right.
Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah, they do.
Anyway, dear, it's that time. Last call. Who we cheersing today?
We're just going to cheers to everyone to have a happy Thanksgiving.
Aren't we cheers to our most undramatic episode ever?
Right.
We should cheers for our super great podcast we did yesterday and we're going to put out later. That's what we should cheers.
The anticipation. Keep holding on for it.
Keep holding on, folks.
But in the meantime, have a great Thanksgiving and enjoy Black Friday shopping.
Thanksgiving. Smash your face in a pumpkin pie.
What if I smash your face in the pumpkin pie? Would you be sad?
No, I'd eat it.
Oh.
I would eat my way back through it.
Ew.
Wouldn't be a pleasant sight to see.
Could you eat that whole Costco pumpkin pie
in
one sitting?
I could.
Okay.
I don't want to because I want to watch my weight a little bit, but I would like to.
But you could.
I would like to.
I couldn't.
I would like to.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
I like putting a lot of whipped cream on there too. Extra whipped cream. That's why I bought 3 containers of it. Good.
Okay.
Subscribe or follow us, and wherever you listen to your podcast, just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into My Life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you.